Okay, so because I saw it, there must have been a reason for me to see it. So I'm going to pull these two cards. Let me turn this upside down so I don't keep seeing cards here. Okay, so we've got the Lover's card and the Four of Wands. Because of this, first let me take a look at this and let this soak in here. I think I'm going to end up pulling more cards, is the feeling that I'm getting. But let me just first soak this in. One of the things that I am picking up, well, you know what I've been doing is I've been adding numbers, and it's so interesting. We have a 6 and a 4, which is a 10. The end of a cycle becomes a 1. 17, 8. Wait, 15, 16, 17, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that becomes 6. Wow. Very interesting because everything adds up to a 4. And on top of that, we already have 2 4s in the reading. And the 4 to me speaks of structure, stability, speaks to foundations. It speaks to the home, family, and also definitely new beginnings. I really think that with everything adding up to a 4, there is I feel that when I'm looking at these cards here, could there be a legal situation going on around love or around a marriage? Yes, especially with the Judgment card here. I feel like, and with the 2 4s representing home, I feel as if there's some type of division within the home. So it doesn't necessarily mean like a divorce. It could represent to me that 2 people are in a home, but they're not on the same page with possibly the way they see things. It's creating even though you're trying to, especially here with the Star card, when I look at this, there's an opportunity or, the ability to, I feel like I'm hearing pooling your resources together. Okay. So, and finding balance amongst one another. And I feel like balance is going to be key in love in terms of both working together. But I'm a little concerned about the 7 of Swords. Now, every card has its positive and negative. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to end up putting out more cards here. But it could be in some aspects that, somebody is trying, there may be a legal situation where somebody's trying to maybe take more than what they really deserve, or there's a sense of betrayal, and maybe that's why I got the division of the homes. There's a home here. The 4 here also can itself represent a home. I do feel, though, that when it comes to, I feel like with the Judgment card here, it's almost like somebody is really, and this may be you, where you are working your hardest. You are just, expending all your resources and trying to move this love or this relationship out of the dark and into the light. And I almost feel like there's somebody that, don't do it at an expense that is very ill for you, like ill health, or that it's emotionally, because this is in my challenge position, where it's emotionally draining, or that because I almost feel like somebody is really trying to give this love or a relationship or a marriage or something their all. And it's like, no matter what they give, they get knocked down, or there's judgment, or, this is to the point of like you're trying with the Queen of Cups in reverse, not just being over or not being like this can be a lot of emotions. This could also be lack of emotions. So maybe one of you is emotional, more sensitive. The other one lacks that. But this also can be to the point where you are doubting yourself, that you are no longer seeing your self-worth, or the, like somebody is affecting your insecurities in a way. Excuse me. That happened to me with Pisces, where there's no communication, there's no voice, and so there may be a break coming in here, or thinking about a break, because there may be too many demands being put on one person, and that's why I'm getting some kind of unevenness. So now, for some of you, I feel like this is regarding, there's a situation going on regarding a couple or somebody that just got married or something like that, where they're wanting to move it physically. Like you might be under a parent's, house, like you're living with parents or relatives, because I feel like there's something possibly financially going on where as soon as the resources come in, they go out again. Or you're trying to gather and save your resources so you have enough that you can move out. But I kind of am getting sabotage. Feel like somebody is, I'm not sure what this is. This may be self-sabotage, or, somebody else sabotaging something. I mean, we do have the Lovers here. I can't ignore that. So let me put out some more cards. That's what I'm being led to do. The Five of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, we've got the Queen and the King, but this is also in my challenge position. We now have another Queen. So then I'm going to go one more time. That's what I'm getting. I feel like there may, for somebody, and I don't mean for all, because these messages, I always say, aren't going to apply to everybody, of course. Some of you are in very loving, happy relationships and all that. So that could also be that, there may be issues financially within the house, but other things are going okay. But see, I'm feeling like somebody in a relationship, and now that this is all in my challenge position, these were the cards, remember, that are underneath. This has to do with the home, and love around a home. Now, these together, yes, are very beautiful cards. It could also be, I'm hearing that in February, there may be a total surprise. Now, I'm getting that this could be an engagement of some kind, like news. Like, this does not necessarily have to be bad. This can be that somebody is withholding information on purpose, because I'm seeing this almost as a ring to go on someone's finger. See that? And it's a new beginning. And especially with these cards. So where maybe you have been friends and lovers, there is secrets about an engagement coming in. So, or you may hear news of an engagement. So this isn't necessarily, this is very, in the most positive light. That's a message that I'm getting. For some of you though, you know, this is very interesting because this is bringing up energy of Pisces to me for some reason. So I don't know if Pisces has some meaning to you, or water sign, because we do have quite a few cups. But I do have quite a few swords. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra may have some meaning, along with, like I said, water, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I think that some of you, though, wait, what am I missing? Am I dreaming? Did I like lose a card? What was there? Oh my gosh. Oh, the Fool was there. Okay, that was throwing me off. Okay, these were this was the card that was underneath the deck, and this was the card that was, I happened to see it. And so I felt like it was important for it to come out. So let me just see 4, 6. Yeah, because everything had added up to a 4, I think. There's something about the home and the foundation. And there, there's, you know, the Lovers doesn't necessarily mean lover. This can be a decision that is a big decision. It could be involving 3 people. It's very interesting, though, that we have a lot of angels here. We have Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael. Oftentimes with the purple, I think of Archangel Michael. These may be of significance to you, or, you know, have some special meaning for you. I feel that there is, look, there needs to be more communication, more clarity, and listening to your intuition. Because there's a situation, and I'm looking at this, and I can't help ignore that we have 2 queens and we have a king. 3 people, along with the Lovers card. So there may be a situation. It doesn't have to mean that there was any infidelity, it could, you know, or anything like that. But I feel like there could be somebody from the past, or there's been communication. I don't know if this is a reunion that may be coming up in February, or you just had a reunion and you've been in communications, or somebody, you know, your partner's been in somebody's in communications with somebody from the past. But it doesn't mean any kind of infidelity or anything like that has taken place. But I feel like somebody has had a wake-up call. Like the way that somebody is treating somebody, I feel is less than stellar. It's less than what, you know, the way a partner should treat somebody. And I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this may be happening to you more, but you'll know if this message applies to you. I just feel like somebody is really, look at these cards. They are just working very, very hard, getting back to the beginning, back to, giving it, you know, just like being naked in their truth, working at the details, trying to work very hard at the relationship, and they're not getting the love or the support or the emotions or, that which they need. I'm hearing that one partner is saying, look, you're too emotional or something like that. And, but on the other hand, I also feel like, somebody is also working very hard, like in the workplace, that they just, when I feel like when they're being pulled in so many directions that maybe they're exhausted when they come home. Like almost to the point where rest is needed, or they're drinking too much and the drinking is affecting the relationship, or it's affecting the marriage, or it's affecting the dynamics of the home. Because I feel like something about drinking or alcohol. Now, could it be something more like, there's two different sides to a person? I guess there may be two extremes because they're under a lot of stress. And I feel like, there may be, in terms of, I feel like somebody possibly is unable to let something go. There may have been an event that happened in the past that somebody did, that there was some betrayal. Maybe you did it to somebody else and they're having a hard time forgiving you. I don't feel it that much that way. I feel like somebody did this to you, but you will know if this even applies to you. Because I get like cleansing is needed. I almost feel like somebody is asking for forgiveness and the other person is doing their best to forgive. There may, for example, be this third person could be like a counselor or somebody, like a clergyman, woman, that is trying to get the two of you back on the same page. And that's why there's a third person here. So it's like trying to move forward. How do we move forward? And so some of you, I feel like maybe taking a break temporarily. And this may have already happened. And then a decision is made in February of what you want to do with this marriage or this relationship or, this union of some kind. Like somebody needs to go and kind of clear the air. And I think that some of you may be victorious in being able to clear the air, start fresh. I think it's going to be different though. Because in one aspect, I feel like, somebody is communicating or wanting to communicate. Somebody else, is incognito. Like they're by themselves. They're away. Like I see them, especially with this card here too. This is like taking a break. Maybe it's a mental break that's really needed. May also be that there is, going back to the alcohol, that there's a need for, like somebody's going into rehab or something. They're getting help for something. Could be a hospitalization of some kind that is needed. But I feel like for the most part, with the ace. And this really is reminding me of Pisces reading, but there's some kind of clarity, a breakthrough. Some of you may end up deciding to wanting to be on your own. You're just, setting yourself free. you're leaving the nest, um, and I think that some of you are weighing the options of what you want to do. And if you can get on the same page, then there's, the sword cuts both ways, but there's different aspects. There's different polarities. There's two sides, if you even notice the color, and it's finding the balance between the two. And so, some of you, this, for me, like the Fool can very much represent a fresh start, a new beginning. Now, like I said, this could be with your partner, and this could be a whole new beginning on your own. It's going to be different. But I think there's going to be, for you, Sagittarius, a resolution for quite a few of you in terms of what to do and how to let go of the past, and not how, getting stuck in the past. Because this Six of Cups, often for me, this is like childhood. This is the past. This is memories. But in reverse, it can just, that's weird. Huh. Okay. I thought I heard somebody talking, but it was almost like, I don't know why I heard this. It sounded like Native American, singing. I don't know what that means. That came up. Okay, I heard that. Maybe it has something to do with setting yourself free somehow. And maybe some of you have to set yourself free and stop being so hard or judgmental or critical of yourself. Maybe there's a need not to just, somebody's asking you for forgiveness. Maybe there's a need for you to forgive yourself for something that you feel like you did or didn't do.